pitch that's lined into right field, and that ball is over the head of the right fielder, Paulus. It's going to be extra bases. Schmealer takes it to the deep part of right center field. She'll turn second, she'll go to third, and stand up right there. It is a triple by Sophia Schmealer. Reimer scores easily, and two batters in. The Eagles lead 1-0. And she lifts a high fly ball. Taking a step in is the right fielder, Paulus, and that ball's going to one-hop the fence. It's over her head. Scoring from third is Ostrander. Smith waved around from third. The throw dropped at second base. Scoring standing up is Smith. It is another triple for Clayton Ridge with Dushin. It is 4-0 with nobody out here in the first. And the offering bouncing ball, that's into center field. That's a base hit for Dushin. Waved around from third is Smith. They throw it. They cut it off in the infield. Dushin will go into second as the ball went by into the center court circle. And scoring is Smith. It is 10-0. Base hit for Dushin and an RBI. And the Eagles in control here on the top of the fourth. Pitch there, hits a bouncing ball. Third baseman bobbling it there is Von der Harbert able to pick it up. Steps on the bag, and the third out of the inning recorded there, and that's your ball game. Clayton Ridge scores in every inning. They put 5 up in the first, and they win by a final score of 11-0. The best softball and baseball action on KETR. It's Upper Iowa Conference softball tonight on KETR. In our featured matchup, MFL MarMac is at North Fayette Valley. For the Bulldogs, after a slow start, this team has continued to improve. They hope to keep it moving in the right direction. For NFE, the Tigerhawks have been up and down, but they feel they can play against anyone. They look for a strong finish to their regular season. We're bringing you Game 1 of 2 with MFL MarMac and North Fayette Valley. Today's On Deck show coming up next on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Spring means the start of landscaping and construction season. Before you start any projects, make sure to get your utilities located and marked, including your fiber optic internet lines. Damaging underground lines can result in disruption in service. Call Iowa 811 at least 3 business days in advance of any project. It's free and can save you time and money. And be sure to include Allen McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative in any construction plans. Give us a call at 563-864-7611. Allen McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy provider.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular, security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Getting to the age of 55 may have earned you wisdom, but Central State Bank thinks you should get something more, like a checking account that earns you interest. We believe you've earned the right to avoid fees for ATM and debit cards, wire transfers, cashier checks, and insufficient funds transfers. Call or visit Central State Bank today and ask about our Classic 55 checking. It's time you've got what you earned. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Softball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC. Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics. Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona. Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm and Life. Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona. Garden View Place in Monona. Rockwell Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. And Decatur Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. We begin the On Deck Show for today's game. We're joined by MFL MarMac softball coach Vanessa Rose. Coach, your team now 9-18, 8-8 in the conference. Swept West Central to move to 500 in the conference. Tell me about those two wins.
Yeah, so the girls definitely played with intensity, both offensive and defensive, and definitely played. They controlled what they could control during those games. They did great.
All right, now let's talk about some of the individuals. Who's contributing for you offensively?
So offensively, I have Kenzie Ball, who's definitely, she hit her first home run over the fence at the West Delaware tournament. She's been showing that she can get on base. And then I also have Brooklyn Lont, who's been showing a lot of getting on base.
All right, some of the other contributors who plays for you offensively.
So offensively, I have Casey Pika. She's either second or third in the lineup. She does really good bunting. I also have Kendall Egan. She's an 8th grader who has shown that she can do a lot at the bat.
All right, now let's turn our attention to pitching-wise. Who do you look to throw in game number 1 today?
Game 1, I have Haley Bozak. She's our senior this year.
Tell me a little bit about Haley on the mound.
Yeah, so she definitely has, over the past years, has learned to just stay calm, just keep pitching. She knows that she's got some good defensive players behind her.
All right, now let's turn our attention to North Fayette Valley. What do you know about the Tiger Hawks?
Yeah, so we know that they're a talented team that competes hard and is well coached by Coach Shirley. They have strengths that we need to account for, but our emphasis is in controlling on what we can control.
All right, for MFL MarMac, what does that involve then?
All right, so definitely we need to be throwing our strikes. We need to be playing good defense, and we need to be having quality at bats.
All right, Coach, we'll talk to you. We'll hopefully catch up with you guys after the ball game. Depends on the length. We got a couple games to get to as well. But good luck.
Sounds good.
Yep, good luck to you in the game. We'll talk to you here afterwards. Good luck.
All right, great. Thanks, Dan.
Yes, MFL MarMac softball coach Vanessa Rose on her Bulldog team.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions. NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams, enjoy the weather, and get your kids' summer checkups scheduled at Family Dentistry Associates in Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Softball is brought to you in part by Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Canucko Flood Covering in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, and Furniture Showcase in Allwine, lighting, showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. We continue the On Deck show for today's game. We're joined by North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley. Coach, first off here, your team now 11-12. You have a record of 6-8 in the conference. Dropped a non-conference ball game there in the ball game against Decorah. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, well, Decorah's ace pitcher, Clara, is just absolutely dominant. We rarely in conference other than Cresco and New Hampton now experience pitchers who have movement pitches, and she really got us with the drop ball.
All right, so drop that decision. So let's talk about this team offensively to this point of the season. Who's been contributing for you offensively?
Yeah, offensively, obviously we have our big bat, Hannah Schrader, who has now broken the school record for career home runs. So that was pretty impressive. She did that versus Cresco. She's almost at a 500 average. Otherwise, we do have about 5 other girls that are solid all over 300. And contributing. So in addition to Hannah, we have Carrington Johnson, we have Katie Batterson, we have Taylor Dean, who we've changed her, her style, her hitting style to slapping, and that's been very beneficial to the team. So we're going to keep rolling with that. And then our other over 300 hitter has been Skylar Urison, who's been in that 6th spot, racking up a lot of RBIs.
All right, now turning our attention to pitching. I know you guys have had some kids contributing. Who's starting for you in game 1 today?
Yeah, our sole arm, Katie Batterson, will be pitching everything for us tonight, and so we'll be looking to her to keep them off balance and make sure that we can get some strikeouts when we need it.
All right, how has she been handling that this year?
She's been doing really good. It's been beneficial, with her not having to be on JV to help with, preventing arm soreness and injury. But she's been handling it mentally and physically really well, pitching every inning for us.
All right, now turning our attention to MFL MarMac, what do you know about the Bulldogs?
I know that they're not going to die. They're going to capitalize on mistakes. They do have a couple of girls that have been doing some pretty good things offensively lately, especially at the West Delaware tournament. And so we're just going to have to make sure that we keep long balls to singles tonight.
Some of the other keys in the ball game for your team.
Yeah, the biggest thing for us is to not dwell on mistakes. Mistakes are going to happen, and just making sure that we respond when we need to.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to catching up with you.
Thank you.
North Fayette Valley softball coach Bailey Shirley on her Tiger Hawk team. The On Deck Show continues after this.
The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport is your chance to support local restaurants, local farmers, and local beef all summer long. Pick up a passport and visit participating stops like Backwoods Bar and Grill, TD Sports Bar, and Gunda Roadhouse to enjoy featured beef items and collect stamps for prize entries. New this year, a digital passport option, a farmer's market stop, and no minimum number of stamps required to win. The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport runs now through August 31st.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhagen, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Softball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Carr Auto Group online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to West Union Upper Iowa Conference Softball today here on KETR. It is MFL MarMac and North Fayette Valley, two teams that are, well, they're side by side in the conference right now. MFL MarMac is 9-8, and they're 8-8 in the conference. Again, you have MFL MarMac with North Fayette Valley with a record of 11-12, 6-8 in the conference. My microphone cut out there for a second, but we're now running normal. Let's talk about this matchup as I'm joined by Coach Mike Sass. Coach, first off here, this is an MFL MarMac team a lot different than when we saw them just 12 or 13 days ago.
Yeah, they're playing a lot better. They've won 4 or 5 or so, but they're playing a lot better than when we had them before. They do have a couple injuries tonight, Coach Rose told us about, but also said she got a girl or two back. So kind of an ever-changing team, but they have been playing well lately.
Yeah, this is a case of, as a team, they have struggled with injuries. And usually you don't see that in baseball or softball, but we have seen that earlier. They got some kids back, and they've lost a couple of kids since. Kind of a strange year in that regard.
Yeah, and just talking to her earlier, I've been there myself. It's, you have those years every once in a while where the injury bug is a real thing. It just gets you, and there's no real explanation. It just kind of happens every once in a while.
And one of those players they'll be missing tonight is Chloe Schutte, who's done some catching for them as well, and they had an outstanding average at around 400 throughout much of this season. Let's talk about them individually, and the story for them has been pitching-wise, trying to find that consistent pitcher on the mound. They have had a total of 5 kids that have actually thrown. Lauren Sandstrom is who we saw last time. She has really kind of split the duties with Haley Bozick. Haley Bozick gets the start in this ball game tonight. Sandstrom is a junior, Bozick is a senior, but Haley Bozick will be on the mound tonight.
Yeah, and I think Sandstrom might be the other injury that Coach Rose was talking about earlier tonight. So.
Yeah, and the story for Bozick is she is at one point of the season had thrown 37 innings, walked 37. So that will have to be cut down in this ball game tonight, and has struck out 13. So she's not going to hand you 7 or 8 strikeouts in a ball game there. Going to make you put the ball into play. And as far as defensively, 57 errors committed by MFL MarMac. So they're averaging right around almost 3 per game this season. So they've got to shore things up defensively, which has happened to them recently.
Yeah, especially when you don't have that strikeout pitcher to kind of bail you out of innings. You've got to play solid defense behind you. And, yeah, that's going to correlate with wins. If you start playing better defense, you're going to win a lot more games.
Now, offensively, Jericho Willie kind of leads them offensively, off to a fabulous start in the first 17 games of the season. I think she was like 11 of 26. They went through a stretch where they weren't scoring many runs, but it is at least picked up here to allow them to win some ball games.
Yeah, early in the year, that was kind of their struggle, scoring runs, but they've done a better job of that lately. I don't know if it's just team improvement, if their schedule has maybe eased up. It could be a combination of things, but they have done a lot better job of that lately.
Yeah, and Casey Pico, one of those kids whose average continues to get better, and stepping into the catcher spot there once again is Kendall Egan. She is an 8th grader and has been doing a good job of putting the ball into play. Brooklyn Lott is their cleanup hitter, and Lott as well, one of those players that has certainly contributed for them offensively as those averages continue to get to 250 and above. And for MFL MarMac, they really feel like they continue to take steps forward, and I think that's huge.
Yeah, and that's what you want as a coach. You just want to see improvement throughout the year, and that's what the MFL girls have seen this summer.
All right, let's talk about North Fayette Valley. They come in once again 11 and 12, 6 and 8 in the conference, and they really have played some of the tougher teams in the conference to this point. So they are sitting at 6 and 8, but they've got conference games against West Central, Waukon, and Postville yet. So this is a chance for them to really get some momentum going throughout the season. Waukon is at the bottom there on the big school side. Postville has won 1 conference game. West Central has a couple of conference wins there. Not that these games are certainly W's there, but if they continue to play well, they feel like they can finish strong to their regular season.
Yeah, none of them are going to be automatic W's in the book. They've got to play well in those games, but they're definitely games they feel like they're probably going to be favored in, and if they do play well, should have a good chance of winning those games.
For North Fayette Valley, pitching-wise, Katie Batterson, and it's nice to have a young pitcher. Again, this season she's throwing 105 innings, has allowed more hits than she has as far as innings pitched, but walking 30, so she doesn't walk many. She has struck out 60. She'll hand you 4 or 5 strikeouts in a ball game, and she has done the bulk of the pitching for North Fayette Valley. A lot of times throwing both conference games. As a matter of fact, they have only 2 other pitchers that have thrown a combined 5 innings this year.
Yeah, so she's the one on the mound for them, or in the circle, I guess it is in softball, and she's the one they count on, and she knows that by this point. And also, I believe she started as an 8th grader, so she's had a lot of experience.
As Coach Shirley's teams, they can hit the ball. And let's start talking about Hannah Schrader, the all-time home run leader for North Fayette Valley. She has 6 on the season. She's batting .538 with 31 runs driven in.
Yeah, she can really hit the ball. If you want to talk about a power hitter, Hannah Schrader is it in the conference. She she can really put a charge in that ball. And with the wind blowing out tonight, we may see a home run or two.
Yeah, that's a very good possibility. But the big thing is they're getting contributions up and down the lineup. Katie Batterson batting .424. Carrington Johnson, the leadoff hitter, batting .369. Taylor Dean, the center fielder, batting .385. Brooklyn Klein is an 8th grader, batting .385. So again, they're putting the ball into play, and that is a great sign.
Yeah, like you said, they usually can hit the ball, and doing it again this summer.
And that'll be the story here. They've had some games where they put up some pretty big numbers offensively. Can certainly score a little bit. You know, score some runs, and if they get good pitching, that obviously would be huge for them as the season continues for North Fayette Valley. And of course, they'll be in Class 3A, so you don't know who they're going to play in the tournament, but they are going to play somebody who is usually pretty good.
Yeah, that always makes it tough for them come tournament time. You know, playing in a 1A, 2A conference, then all of a sudden tournament time comes, and you got to play some pretty good 3A schools usually, and it does make it a little bit tougher.
Yeah,
for
last
them.
few years they've had to go play at Dubuque Waller, a couple of years, West Delaware, all good programs. Center Point Urbana is a team they haven't seen, but another good program. That's the thing about 3A. In Northeast Iowa, those teams in Eastern Iowa anyway, are pretty tough, so it will not be an easy conference matchup for them. Meanwhile, for MFL MarMac, they will be in Class 2A, and it's a case they'll try to separate some teams, but for some reason in Class 2A, you've got Cascade as a really good team that is ranked, and MFL MarMac has went that direction before, but they're more concerned, I think, now about taking steps forward, and they'll worry about the tournament when they get there.
Yeah, I don't think they're looking ahead to the tournament too much right now. They just want to finish the conference season strong, try and get some more wins, maybe try and get a little bit more healthy by the end of the season, and just continue to improve.
All right, let's go through the starting lineups for this ball game. First off, for MFL MarMac, Kenzie Ball, the second baseman, bats leadoff. Casey Pika is the third baseman, batting second. Kendall Egan does the catching. She'll bat third. Brooklyn Lunt, the shortstop, hits cleanup. Jericho Willie, the center fielder, bats fifth. Vanessa Luce is the first baseman. She will bat sixth. Kitley Warrington is the left fielder, plays position number 7, and bats in the number 7 spot. Grace Paulus is the right fielder, batting 8th, and Haley Bozick is the pitcher, batting in the number 9 spot. MFL MarMac does not play with a designated player. And meanwhile, for North Fayette Valley, let's run down the Tigerhawks lineup. Carrington Johnson is the shortstop, batting leadoff. Ella Seek, the third baseman, bats second. Katie Batterson is the pitcher. She'll bat third. Hannah Schrader, their top hitter, batting in the cleanup spot, the first baseman. Taylor Dean, the center fielder, bats fifth. Skylar Urising doing the catching there. She bats in the number 6 spot. Lainey Donlin, the second baseman, batting 7th. Brooklyn Klein is the right fielder, batting 8th. And Tegan Schrader is the designated player in the number 9 position. Addie Kraft is the left fielder there. Schrader, the designated player in place of Kraft there in the lineup. In the Upper Iowa Conference, in the small school division, which neither one of these teams are a part of, Keyhigh is the team that has come up here in the conference standings. They lead in the small school side.
Yeah, they've got some good athletes up there for sure. And that's kind of what they're known for, a little bit of baseball, softball up there in the Lansing area.
There's still lots of games to be played, though, in the conference, and that is a bunched up group of teams. Turkey Valley's in the mix as well. Clayton Ridge, even though they lost twice to West Central, they've been good on the small school side, and again, there's lots of teams that still play each other. Meanwhile, in the big school side of the conference, South Wind has really, I think, kind of surprised everybody. They're 12-0, but the schedule is going to get quite a bit harder to finish out the conference play.
Yeah, I think everyone thought they'd probably be solid, but I don't know that anyone predicted them to be 12-0 at this point. But they give them credit. They've beat every team they've played. Like you said, their schedule does get a little bit tougher here at the end of the season. Cresco's got a good squad. New Hampton, I think they play Keyhigh as well. So they've got some tough games coming up.
Yeah, so they play the top team on the small school side, and then playing Crestwood and New Hampton. That's the second and third place teams. That's how they'll finish conference play in those 6 ball games. But I think the first year of the Upper Iowa Conference, with this new look here, I think has worked really well in softball in particular.
Yeah, it has. I think competition-wise, I think it's been really good for the conference. You still get to play those bigger schools if you're a smaller school, but you don't have to play them all the time. And then same with the big schools. You get more of your size school more often, and you still can drop down and play those smaller schools.
Yeah.
as
Now
well.
the difference is in the softball, everything's double headers. So and that makes it clear they all play each other twice. In the baseball side, the small school side plays each other twice. The big school side plays each other twice. Then they play a varsity JV against the other side of the conference, which again, everybody's playing each other 3 times then.
Right. Yeah. I guess I didn't realize softball was a little different than baseball, but yeah, it's been a good move for the Upper Iowa Conference. I think adding those 3 teams.
And this will complete the first full year of the Upper Iowa Conference being reconfigured with Crestwood, New Hampton, and Waukon coming into the conference. So this is our final broadcast of the regular season here on KEDR. Baseball tournament scheduled to start on July 3rd. We'll see how the pairings set up here. The girls tournament begins Monday night, July 6th. So we'll see what happens with the baseball tournament. I can tell you this, in the softball tournament, we will be with Edco, and they will likely get a first-round bye, or should anyway get a bye. But that will be the team we'll be focused on. It's a team that's ranked in Class 1A. And again, want to remind you that all the games in the tournament are on KCTN FM 100. So we switch over to the FM side. Those games get a little bigger.
Yeah, a little bit more important once the tournament season comes around. Really looking forward to seeing Edco. It's a team we've seen a lot in the past. Haven't seen them this year yet, but a lot of the same players they've had the last 2-3 years, and they've got a good squad there.
And the other thing is, in the baseball tournament, Starmont has really been our top area team, though they're not receiving votes to be ranked anymore. But Starmont, certainly the top area team. And we'll see. North Fayette Valley, their baseball team made a tournament run last year. They're going to be as good as anybody with Kane Rogers on the mound.
Yeah, you get the right pitching matchups, and team just gets hot with the bat sometimes, and we see teams go on runs that maybe we don't expect at times.
And it's going to be a little bit different this year because you're going to have like Clayton Ridge Central likely down in Class A, or 1A, I should say. So we're going to see that, and Starmont should still be 2A, but they may be down in 1A as well. I guess I haven't looked close enough yet.
Yeah, I guess I haven't either, yeah.
So there's some changes that have been made as far as enrollment-wise. So, all right, we've talked enough on our Chalk Talk and our On Deck show here on KEDR. When we return, the first pitch with North Fayette Valley and MFL MarMac.
Top Gun Customs knows you can fill the deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
Choose skilled care to recover from your surgery or illness. Grace Bowman of Eitzen did, and she states, "When I came into the hospital following surgery in La Crosse, the first thing I noticed was it seems like family. The whole unit was welcoming, kind, caring, and glad I was there. I felt peaceful, and with their help I knew that I would get back home again, which I did just 2 weeks later. The entire staff was encouraging and always gave the extra mile. Wherever you are, remember to ask for skilled care."
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors, where we've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. And by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction, Farmersburg. We'll start a couple minutes late for this ball game tonight. Meanwhile, MFL MarMac wearing the black. And also, they have the Bulldogs across the front there in the royal blue numbers. Meanwhile, for North Fayette Valley, black bottoms there. They have the white tops, black sleeves, and the NFE logo on their jersey along with the numbers in Carolina blue. It will be for MFL MarMac to lead things off here. Kenzie Ball, Casey Pika, and Kendall Egan in the top of inning number 1. For North Fayette Valley, defensively, in left field is Addie Kraft. Taylor Dean is in center field. Brooklyn Klein in right field. Around the horn defensively, Ella Seek is at third base. You have Carrington Johnson at shortstop, Lainey Donnelly at second base, Hannah Schrader is at first base, the catcher Skylar Urison, and Katie Batterson is on the mound. What do you see as the big keys in this ball game today?
Well, I think like we always talk about, gotta play clean defense, gotta make those routine plays, and then you gotta limit your walks.
And put the ball into play. Good things tend to happen.
Yep.
Not a bad crowd here. It looked like 15 minutes before the game. We're like, where's everybody at? But everybody has shown up. Bleachers well covered there. There's some empty spots, but it's always nice to do a game here. We're always in right center field, shading towards right center field. First pitch of the ball game, it is a high fly ball to deep left field. Kraft goes back. It's going to hit the top of the fence, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Kenzie Ball. Ball got a pitch, and again, the wind blowing out. North Fayette Valley playing deep. Kraft got back towards the fence, but turned and had to, and it's a great start for MFL MarMac offensively.
Yeah, I thought we were going to start with the first pitch home run there. That hit right off the top of the yellow tubing there, I believe.
So Casey Pika is up to bat. Kenzie Ball coming in was batting at about 275 on the season. First pitch there to Pika. She bunts. It hit her there in the batter's box, so it will be a foul ball. Had it hit her outside of the batter's box, she would have been out. So the Bulldogs trying to play for a run here early.
Yeah, always a good strategy, get a run on the board early.
Casey Pika batting average around 240 on this season. We have officials taking time here because they may wanted to know if they can appeal that if she was hit outside of the batter's box.
That's what I was wondering because I think it was close. She had started to take a step. So,
and the officials confer, and it looks like there's no motion, and it is going to be a strike. So the count is 0-1. So our officiating crew here going to take some time to clean home plate as they are settling into this ball game tonight. And the pitch being offered here by Batterson as she sets on the mound. She looks at the wrist to make sure she's got the right play call and right pitch call, I should say. 0-1 pitch. Again, Pika bunts it. It goes up the first base line. Glove there in fair territory, and Batterson has nowhere to go. Great bunt by Pika, about a quarter of the way up the first base line, and with her speed, she's able to leg it out without a throw. Ball advances to second. There's third and first, and nobody out here in the top of the first for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, great bunt by Pika. Just put it right on that first base line, and good speed down to first.
Kendall Egan, an 8th grader, is up to bat, the number 3 hitter. Runners on the corners with no out. First pitch is high. Pika off and running. They're going to throw it down. The ball gets away from the second baseman, Donnelly, but once that throw went down, scoring from third is Ball. It is 1-0. Stolen base for Pika, and the Bulldogs swipe themselves a run here in the top of the first.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the defensive call was because it seemed like catcher was a little indecisive on that throw and allowed both runners to advance.
First pitch was high for a ball. High swinging straight there by Egan. The count is a ball and a strike. Egan batting at around 280 on the season, and often going is Pika to third base, and they throw it down there to Seek, but sliding in there is Pika, and there's another stolen base for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just good job of base running here by the Bulldogs.
And they are aggressive starting out here, and Egan looking at a 1-1 pitch, and that pitch is high. The count is 2-1. So we see MFL MarMac with the type of start they've been looking for.
Yeah, a lot of confidence out of them early. I like that for them.
We saw them against Clayton Ridge, and what was it, 11-0? Is that what it was? 10-0, something like that? And a 2-1 is the count. And it's a bouncing ball. Third baseman fields it. That's Seek. She goes to the plate. Trying to avoid it is going to be Pika, but she's tagged out by Urison. She tried to kind of hop around the catcher in Urison, but a heads-up play by the third baseman Seek. Pika was going on contact, throwing out at the plate for a big out, number 1.
Yeah, huge out there for the Tiger Hawks, getting that run at the plate. Not only stopping a run, but getting the first out of the inning.
And you had Seek playing in front of the bag to begin with a couple of steps, and an easy pitch and catch there. So Egan safe on the fielder's choice, and Brooklyn Lunt, the shortstop, is up to bat, takes the pitch high. The count is 1-0. Egan has a few stolen bases this season. As a team, MFL MarMac is 41 of 44 stolen base-wise. Brooklyn Lunt's batting at about .220 this season as the cleanup hitter for MFL MarMac. And this bouncing ball that is foul goes, as a matter of fact, up against the fence for MFL MarMac right outside of their dugout.
I think it got in the dugout, actually.
It looked like it did, but no, it stayed in front.
Okay.
Jericho Willie, by the way, was on deck and had to kind of avoid that. So it's an evened up count there to Egan and Batterson trying to limit the damage here in the top of the first inning. And Egan swings through a changeup, well pitched there outside. And I believe our count is actually a ball and 2 strikes now.
That's what I've got it at, yeah.
So we're out here in right center field. We have to kind of lean ahead to see the scoreboard. And I know you always keep the balls and strikes.
Try to.
Score sheet. A ball and 2 strikes, 1-2 pitch that stays downstairs. A little something off from Batterson there, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Changeup worked the pitch before, so she tried it again.
And that's one thing about Batterson. She'll certainly have confidence in throwing that changeup. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2-2 pitch, high upstairs. Checking her swing is Lunt, and the count now goes to full. Egan has shown no signs of running on the pitch, but 3 balls, 2 strikes, maybe looking to try to swipe it, even though there's only 1 out. 3-2 pitch. She is going, swinging through the pitch. There is Lunt. She strikes out. Into second base, standing up is Egan, who got a great jump. She was off and moving, but Lunt swings through the pitch for out number 2. First strikeout by Batterson, and now 2 outs here in the first.
Yeah, big strikeout there by Batterson, and nice job by Egan swiping second.
Jericho Willie is up to bat now, a senior who's having a great senior year with around a .400 average, and she lines that ball down the left field line, and that ball is fair into the corner. Picked up there by Kraft, who works it into the infield. Standing up is Willie with a double and an RBI. 2-0 MFL MarMac in the lead.
Yeah, Bulldogs really hitting the ball hard this inning. Even Egan, who hit into that fielder's choice, hit it hard. So they're doing a nice job. Doesn't look like the same team we saw before.
Vanessa Luce is a freshman up to bats, and her average has continued to increase as the season has went on. But they've got another runner in scoring position here with a 2-0 lead. Luce looks a high fly ball, high pop-up, I should say. It'll make it out of play past the North Fayette Valley dugout up the first base side. So the count is 0-1. And MFL MarMac very aggressive at the plate to start this game.
Yeah, I like this. They're coming out aggressive and confident in this game.
And it's 0-1. And the pitch from Batterson followed up against the backstop. The count goes to 0-2. And for North Fayette Valley, pitch is called from the dugout. So Batterson wears that sleeve on her left hand, which she can look down, she does before every pitch, for what they're looking to throw here. And here is now the 0-2 pitch, and that pitch just missing outside. Not a bad location pitch. The count is 1-2.
Yep, try to get her to chase one there.
It also lets you know that Batterson throws more than just 2 pitches.
Yeah, yep.
So she's able to try to mix it up, but a lot of it has to do with the location as well. And the count is 1-2. 1-2 pitch downstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Egan being held after the pitch comes back, and second and short work the middle of the field to keep Egan a step closer at second base. And neither team using a courtesy runner tonight, right? Doesn't look like it anyway.
Yeah, we'll have to see with the Tiger Hawks, but it doesn't seem to for MFL MarMac.
2-2 pitch, it's outside, count goes to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So this with 3-2 the count. Second time back-to-back hitters that she has went full count. And Batterson trying to get out of the inning here with a runner in scoring position and allowing 2 runs. And the 3-2 pitch swinging through the inside pitch is loose. Second strikeout recorded by Batterson. That ends it for MFL MarMac in the top of the first. But they pick up 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits, including a couple of doubles. They leave 1. We've played 1 half inning. MFL MarMac 2, NFV coming up to bat. Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're well living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
At Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Electricity can travel down the strings of kites or balloons that contact power lines. Have children use these toys in open areas away from overhead lines. Keep metallic balloons indoors as they are highly conductive. Teach children that if a toy gets into power lines or a substation, they should tell an adult to call the power company. They should not retrieve it themselves. At ACEC, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Carrington Johnson, Ella Seek, Katie Batterson to lead things off here in the top of the first inning. First pitch to Johnson is fouled out of play. The count is 0-1. For MFL MarMac defensively, Kitley Warrington is in left field, Jerica Willie in center, Grace Paulus in right. The 0-1 pitch inside, a ball and a strike. Casey Pika is at third, Brooklyn Lott at shortstop, Kenzie Ball at second, Vanessa Luce is the first baseman, Kendall Egan is the catcher, and Haley Bozick, a senior, is on the mound here for MFL MarMac as they have a 2-0 lead as North Fayette Valley leads off here in the bottom of the first. Here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop, right side lot, fields it, bobbled it for a second, the throw not in time, and to be honest with you, I think Johnson legs that out anyway because drifting towards the 5.5 hole was Lott. She did get around it, but the throw not in time and an infield single for Johnson.
Yeah, that was deep in the hole there. Like you said, Lott did a nice job getting to it, but that was a long throw.
Johnson batting .369. They look to bunt. Johnson was off and moving as Ella Seek is up to bat, and Seek follows it up the first base line. Seek batting just a little over .250 on the season. Johnson, and by the way, NFV is a team that just runs all the time. Stat-wise, 96 steals, 101 attempts. They look to bunt again towards the third base line, charging in is Pika, but that ball fouled onto the on-deck circle. And NFV trying to play for a run here early. Now looking at an 0-2 count is Seek.
Yeah, similar to what the Bulldogs did, but Seek now down 0-2. We'll see if she tries to bunt again.
And with 2 strikes, and let's see the confidence they have with her up to bat. So again, that pitch fouled on the right field line in foul territory, and the infield, I should say, is the first baseman Luce, who moves over almost even with the bag. Getting out of the way is North Fayette Valley's first base coach, and making the play in foul territory is Luce. Seek pops up in the infield for out number 1.
Yeah, not able to move her over.
So that will bring up now once again, Katie Batterson, the pitcher, who lines that into left field. That's heading towards the corner. That's going to be extra bases. Johnson goes to third. She'll stand up there, and in with a stand-up double is Batterson. Jumped on the first pitch. They have runners on second and third with 1 out.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Batterson. Just hard line shot down the left field line. Now you wonder if they put Schrader on base.
With first base open, not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Schrader, and we do have a courtesy runner tonight here, actually, for Batterson. North Fayette Valley will bring in number 5 in Lily Klein, who is a freshman. So we were told that they weren't likely to go with a courtesy runner, but they do have one.
They do have one courtesy runner, yeah. We won't be seeing one for Skylar Urison, I don't believe.
For the second time, our umpire's having a conversation with, again, Frank Olson as part of this crew. So they are looking towards the North Fayette Valley dugout, and not for sure what they're discussing here, but they're taking their time talking about it.
Not sure what this would be about either.
So, all right. So that brings up Hannah Schrader nonetheless. Schrader, batting-wise this year, having a season. .538, 6 home runs, 31 RBIs on the season, and she's got runners on second and third. And as we mentioned, you have to be careful with her here And now time taken again as it is Bailey Shirley being called in to talk with the officials. Is this wouldn't be a score issue, would it? It shouldn't make a difference here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this would be.
So our conversation looks like it's done. And, all right, nothing changes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the North Fayette Valley's assistant coach just took Hannah Schrader's batting gloves. Were they not a legal color or something?
It was a long discussion, and that could have been handled in about 30 seconds. Pitch to Schrader. It's high and upstairs. The count is 1-0. And that may very well have been, but I'm not sure we needed that long of a conversation about it.
Yeah.
So the count is 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Schrader. Lines that ball up the middle into center field. It's a base hit. Should score 2. They throw it into the infield. They'll cut it off there. And easily sliding in is Batterson at the plate. Correction there. The runner that was in for her there in Klein. It's a base hit and 2 RBIs for Hannah Schrader. The game now tied here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, so she doesn't need the batting gloves. No home run, but two big RBIs there for Hannah Schrader.
And she still hit the ball hard, didn't she?
She did. Yep, right up the middle.
Taylor Dean up to bat, batting .385 on the season. Schrader at first base. Dean, left-handed hitter, looks to slap and takes the pitch outside. The count is 1-0. Boy, it's great to see this back in the ball game. Somebody trying to slap left-handed side of the box.
Yep, I know Southwind does a lot of this too.
Puts pressure on the defense, gets you halfway out of the box. 0-1 pitch, and she just kind of slaps it ahead, fielded by the third baseman, Pika, who bobbles it, does not have a chance to make the play. She came crashing in. It was a play to handle, but could not come up with it cleanly. An error charged on the play, second and first with 1 out now for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Dean, though, like we talked about. Put it in play from that left-hander's batter's box. She's got good speed. May have beat it out anyway.
Well, and I think the thing is you're putting pressure on.
Yep.
So here's a high fly ball by Skylar Urison towards right center field. It is caught by the right fielder in Paulus. Schrader tags up from second. The throw to third, and she's thrown out there. So it's a double play the hard way. Urison flies out to right, and a nice relay in from Paulus to third base. And throwing out there is Schrader to end the bottom of the first. But for North Fayette Valley, 2 runs, 3 hits. They leave 1. We've played 1, 2-2 here in West Union.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Softball is brought to you in part by Bank First in West Union, helping you save time and money. Member FDIC. Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics. Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona. Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm and Life. Smithy's Oil and Tire in Monona. Garden View Place in Monona. Rockwell Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. And Decatur Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. So we played 1 inning. 2-2 is our score. Kitley Warrington, along with Gracie Paulus and Haley Bozick, 7-8-9 to lead things off here in the top of the second inning. The first offering, it's a bouncing ball. Shortstop backhanding it there is Johnson, and one hop strike across the diamond to first base there to Schrader. Hit hard by Warrington, but a nice defensive play at shortstop by Johnson, and it's out number 1.
Yeah, real nice backhand play there by Johnson. Good strong throw and good stretch by Hannah Schrader at first base.
Ball hit hard by Warrington, who's seen her average rise throughout the season there. Started out at batting 100 early. Pitch there, swinging through it there is Grace Paulus. The count is 0-1. Paulus this season, again, bottom of the lineup, batting about 156 on the season. And the count is very quickly 1-1, or 0-1, I should say. So the 0-1 pitch downstairs, it's a ball into strike. Let's go back to that play. to end the bottom of the first inning on a nice throw from the right fielder there, Paulus, who threw it all the way into third base.
Yeah, good accurate throw right on the base, and good tag by, is it Pika over there at third?
Yep, Pika was sliding in, Pika covering third, but it was Schrader trying to slide in there. 1-1 pitch, it's outside, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. So you expect North Fayette Valley to be aggressive on the base paths. The good news is Paulus was almost kind of heading towards the infield as she raced to track that ball down, so was able to get her momentum going down behind her. Meanwhile, here's a hard shot over the head of the third baseman, Seek, cut off in left field quickly by Kraft, gets it into the infield. That'll be the 4th Bulldog hit. Grace Paulus has a 1-out single.
Yeah, made a play in the outfield. Now a good solid base hit there by Grace Paulus.
How many times do you see that somebody makes a play defensively and then they come up the following inning?
Yeah, you see that more often than not, I feel like.
Haley Bozick is up to bat. Around 200, lays down a bunt, fielded by the third baseman Seek. She'll immediately go to first base. Out number 2 recorded there. It's a sacrifice as Paulus moves into scoring position. So the Bulldogs continue to play for a run, and Kenzie Ball is up to bat. Ball, second inning in a row. She led things off in the first. She's up here with 2 outs in the second. She doubled on the first pitch of this ball game and scored the first run for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, missed a home run by about 2 feet, I think.
So they have Paulus in scoring position. The first pitch there, it's outside and away. The count is 1-0. Beautiful day here for softball. Temperature upper 70s. Winds blowing out. So that will be something that each team defensively will have to be concerned about. And you see them playing a little more deeper in the outfield. Pitch is downstairs. It'll go as a pass ball as it's scooted by Urisen. And going over to third base is Paulus, who had a good read on that.
Yeah, good heads-up base running by Paulus. She's having herself an inning here.
2 balls and no strikes to Kenzie Ball. So it's a bit of trouble yet here in the top of the second inning, I should say. As 2-0 is the count. 2 ball. 2-0 pitch outside, worked her away. Count goes to 3-0 right now. So she has 2 strikeouts, hasn't walked a batter yet. And again, the balls are usually, base on balls have been relatively down for Batterson this year. And now the 3-0 pitch, swinging. 3-0 is Ball. Misses it, and the count goes to 3-1. Got the green light.
Yeah, that was a good fastball there, too, by Batterson. I think threw it right by her.
So 3 balls and a strike now as Batterson tries to battle back here. And sets and delivers now the 3-1 pitch, and Ball pops it up over the backstop area behind home plate. Count goes to full now at 3-2. So Batterson working hard here to get back into the count.
Yeah, it's battled back. I hate to lose her at this point.
Full count. Paulus over at third base in a 2-2 tie here in the top of the second. Batterson with the full count pitch to Ball, fouls it up against the backstop. We'll do it all again with 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, just got a piece there, Ball did. Staying alive.
And North Fayette Valley, Batterson, a unique approach as she sets on the mound, and the left leg is way back behind her. I should say the right leg is way back behind her, and kind of at an angle as she works to the plate.
Yeah, every pitcher's got their little different setup.
And it is the left leg that is actually brought back. 3-2 pitch. It is low. It is ball number 4. So the second time in a row, Ball has reached base. First walk issued by Batterson. Third and first with 2 outs, and Casey Pika is up to bat. Pika singled her last at bat. So Paulus is at third. Ball is at first, and you know she will be off and moving here on the very first pitch. And taking all the way is Pika. It is a strike. Strolling into second base is Ball. It is not a stolen base, but she moves into scoring position, though some teams report it as a stolen base.
Yep.
Pika taking all the way, and the count is 0-1. So now 2 in scoring position. 0-1 pitch to Pika. Swings through the inside pitch. Could not get extended, and the count is 0-2. So one thing about Batterson, inside, outside, she'll work you there. That was to the inside.
Yep, she moves it around and changes speeds just like a good pitcher should.
So ahead on the count at 0-2. Batterson's 0-2 pitch. Taking it high is Pika. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Likes to raise that eye level as the other pitch was a little down. This one she brought up high, but Pika was not tempted. So it is a ball and 2 strikes now. And Again, working to the plate here is Batterson. 1-2 pitch, swinging through the inside pitch is Pika. Third strikeout recorded by Batterson, and MFL MarMac leaves 2 in scoring position in the top of the second. No runs a hit. We've played an inning and a half, still 2-2.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard, and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Getting to the age of 55 may have earned you wisdom, but Central State Bank thinks you should get something more, like a checking account that earns you interest. We believe you've earned the right to avoid fees for ATM and debit cards, wire transfers, cashier checks, and insufficient funds transfers. Call or visit Central State Bank today and ask about our Classic 55 checking. It's time you've got what you earned. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Laney Donnelly, Brooklyn Klein, Tegan Schrader to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 in the North Fayette Valley lineup in a 2-2 tie. First offering from Haley Bozick. It is inside, catches the knees. The count is 0-1. Donnelly this season batting .289. And one of those kids that's near double figures stolen base-wise for North Fayette Valley. 0-1 pitch inside, slow bouncing ball. Shortstop charging in his lot, fields it. The throw to first, stretched there by Luce, could not haul it in. Good play by Lott to get to the ball, but Luce just couldn't hang on to it. It'll be an air charge down the play, and the leadoff runner on here for North Fayette Valley in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, just a good charge there by Lott, but the throw is just a little wide, and Luce not able to stretch.
Yeah, Luce had to reach over to her right, trying to make the play. They look to bunt with Brooklyn Klein, lays it down, barehanded by the pitcher Bozick. The throw to first, it is in time there. Klein with a sacrifice bunt. That was the only play. Donnelly moves into scoring position. Yeah. And Klein, by the way, batting .385, but an 8th grader asked to move that runner over.
Yeah, does her job and gets that runner into scoring position.
Tegan Schrader, the number 9 hitter, is up to bat. Schrader batting .250 on the season. So a runner in scoring position takes the pitch high. The count is 1-0. So North Fayette Valley hustling out. Down the line was Donnelly, safe on the air, and then Klein does her job. And 1-0 is the count to Schrader. 1-0 pitch, he takes it. It's a strike outside. Count goes to a ball and a strike. Those that may be joining us for Chicago Cubs baseball, the pregame has started. That is a 6:05 first pitch. And the 1-1 pitch, it's a high fly ball, center field. Drifting over to the right is Willie, reaches up for it, makes the play. Wisely staying at second base is Donnelly. Schrader flies out to center field for out number 2. Brings up Carrington Johnson, the top of the lineup, who singled and scored in the first inning. But we will join that Cubs game in progress following the conclusion of this softball game here. We'll be with you the entire softball game. First pitch is upstairs to Johnson. The count is 1-0. The Cubs and Mets, 6:05 first pitch. So hopefully we get you in the early part of the ball game, but we are shaping up to have a little bit of a longer softball game. High pop-up, right side of the infield. Luce goes into foul territory but drops it. Could not make the play as she drifted over into the coach's box. That'll be an error charged on the play, and Johnson gets new life.
Yeah, it's a little tough one there, a little weird spin. The gust of wind did blow up, but it's a play you really want to make.
And she was heading towards the dugout, and the wind there pushing that ball towards the infield. Pitch to Johnson downstairs, scoots by the catcher Egan. It'll go as a pass ball, and Donnelly moves over to third base now with 2 outs.
Yep, and just gets her one step closer there to scoring.
So Johnson looking at a 2-1 pitch. Let's see if this new life for Johnson here nets a run for North Fayette Valley. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 offering. Bouncing ball and third base side into foul territory. Trying to backhand it was Pika. She's able to avoid Coach Shirley in the third base coaching box, and the count is evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson again started this scoring for North Fayette Valley with a single in the first inning. This is the second inning in a row. She's up to bat. 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball. Shortstop Lott gets it. Long throw across the diamond. Good stretch by Luce. And Johnson retired there. Bouncing out 6-3. But for North Fayette Valley, they come up empty. No runs. No hits, 2 errors, couldn't take advantage of it, left a runner at third. We've played now in 2 innings, and it's 2-2 here in West Union. TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Alcater on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
Experience high-speed fiber internet through Neat's fiber optic network with speeds now available up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, and Postville. Don't forget, you no longer need to carry a phone line when you subscribe to internet in one of Neat's Freedom plans. For more information on how to upgrade your services and the best pricing, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. Neat, connecting you now.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Softball is brought to you in part by Vorwalt Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Canucco Flood Covering in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, and Furniture Showcase in Allwine, lighting, showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Kendall Egan, Brooklyn Lott, Jericho Willie. That's 3, 4, and 5 in the MFL MarMac lineup, as Egan was safe on the fielder's choice and scored last inning. And she fouled the first pitch away out of play. This pitch is high, and the count is 1-1. So top of inning number 3, and both teams scoring 2 runs in the first inning. That has been all of the scoring so far early in this game. Ball fouled up against the backstop by Egan, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. They're playing 2 tonight here in West Union, like all conference games, double headers. And we are just bringing you game number 1 tonight. And it is now 1-2. 1-2 offering, popped up over to the first baseman's head, down the right field line in Schrader. It'll fall in, and there's a single there as Egan took the pitch to the outside. 5th hit for MFL MarMac. Leadoff runner on here in the 3rd.
Yeah, sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, but where you hit it. Just nice job of blooping it over the first baseman's head for a single.
Yeah, Schrader took a couple of steps, put the glove up, but that ball hit the edge of the grass, and it was quickly brought in by Klein. So it is Egan up to bat, or Egan with a single rather. Brooklyn Lott is now up to bat. Lott was a strikeout victim. So Egan, let's see if she's moving. Pitch is high. The count is 1-0. She was not moving the previous time she was on. And the lead isn't very far off of first base, so she'd have to get a great jump to be moving. She did move on the 3-2 pitch. And here is now the 1-0 pitch, and it's a high fly ball. This is to deep left field, and that ball is gone. It is a 2-run home run by Brooklyn Lott, and the Bulldogs lead 4-2 now.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Lott. Just got the arms extended and drove it out to left center field.
And that's a case there that was not wind aided. She got that ball with a good cut. 4-2 now, MFL MarMac in the lead. That's another extra base hit for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're really hitting the ball hard tonight. This doesn't look like the same team we saw a couple weeks ago.
As we mentioned, they were going through a streak there where they had scored 0 runs, that they just struggled offensively. They certainly have found themselves as the season has went on. So nobody out. Jericho Willie up to bat with the bases cleared. Willie had a double and an RBI back in the first inning. Her first pitch taken there high, and the count goes to 1-0. So stat-wise, MFL MarMac only has stat-wise in there through 17 games, and Lott there with a home run. So that, for MFL MarMac, one of the very few home runs they've had all year. And Willie swings through the outside pitch there. It's a ball and a strike. So 1-1 the count, and it is not a extra base hitting team, MFL MarMac, normally. But, again, different story so far tonight. 1-1 pitch to Willie downstairs. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, they've really hit the ball hard tonight. Even a couple outs they've made, they've hit hard.
So, again, evened up, or actually 2-1 the count to Willie. And Batterson's 2-1 pitch. Willie swings through it, pitch that kept on rising on her, couldn't get to it. Evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, good rise ball there by Batterson.
With the wind blowing out tonight, are we going to have a 12-10 ball game?
It could be, yeah. We thought we'd see a home run. We may see a multiple yet.
2-2 pitch to Willie. She lines that ball into foul territory down the third base line. Giving chase there is the third baseman Seek. Out of her reach there, it was overhead. Good hustle down the line, but that ball made it into the outfield foul. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now, so evened up.
Yep, just in on her hands a little bit, kind of fisted that one foul.
And you have Seek even with the bag here at third base, so she had to go a ways to try to make the play. 2-2 pitch. Willie fouls it up against the backstop. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, doing a nice job of fighting some pitches off here.
Evened up at 2-2. And Batterson trying to get the first out of this inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes in a game that is 40 minutes old. 2-2 pitch, inside called, strike 3. Willie took it inside. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Batterson, and it's out number 1 here in the third.
Yeah, she's doing a good job getting some strikeouts and not walking anybody, but the Bulldogs are, hitting the ball hard too.
Kind of been feast or famine right now for North Fayette Valley at the plate. And up is Vanessa Luce, the first baseman. Out of the 7 outs that they have made in this ball game, 4 of them by strikeout. Luce, a strikeout victim her last at-bat, swings through the first pitch downstairs. The count is 0-1. So Batterson, after the 2-run home run to Lunt, able to record out number 1. And Luce is the right-handed hitting first baseman. And Batterson delivers the pitch. Luce swings right through the inside pitch there. Count goes to 0-2. After, again, that home run, Batterson has settled down, certainly responded.
Yeah, got 1 strikeout and on the verge of getting her second here in the inning.
2 balls and 2 strikes as Luce will have to protect 0-2 rather is the count. And the 0-2 pitch, Luce swings right through the pitch. Same location she put the previous strike. Strikeout number 5 recorded by Batterson, and 2 outs now here in the third.
Yeah, 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. You'd think, oh boy, the Bulldogs aren't scoring much, but when she's not striking people out, they're hitting it hard.
Kitley Warrington is up to bat. She bounced out to short her previous at-bat, so she is 0 for 1. Pitch from Batterson, it's inside. The count is 1-0. So the home run by Lunt has put MFL MarMac back in the lead here in the top of the third inning. And Batterson, with the count 1-0, working here to Warrington. 1-0 pitch inside, same location, it's low, and it goes to 2-0. So after getting ahead and controlling things the last 2 hitters, falls behind.
Yeah, needs to find a strike here.
2-0. She tries to battle back on Warrington, the number 7 hitter in the MFL MarMac lineup. And the offering on the 2-0 pitch. It's a ball that's roped into right field. Going to fall in. It's cut off there by Dean. She'll hold it to a single, but that is now the 7th hit for MFL MarMac and a 2-out base hit for Warrington.
Yeah, kind of like you mentioned, it's feast or famine. There haven't been many putouts by the defense. It's been strikeouts or hits.
Yep, they had a girl bounce onto the shortstop and had a sacrifice bunt. That's the only 2 outs that have been recorded here out of the 8 outs recorded so far. So that brings up, once again, Grace Paulus, who singled her last at-bat. Swings right through the first pitch there. The count is 1-0. So MFL MarMac, 4 runs, 7 hits so far. And they have committed 2 errors. For North Fayette Valley, their first 2 at-bats, they have 2 runs on 3 hits. They have not committed an error. Pitch that is low. Good dig there by Urison. It goes to a ball and a strike right now. So 1-1 pitch. After back-to-back Ks, base hit there for Warrington, and the 8th spot in the lineup here, once again with Paulus. So here is now your pitch 1-1 rather, called strike on the outside. It goes to a ball and 2 strikes. And it is Batterson trying to get out of the top of the third inning. And working here to, once again, Paulus, who will have to protect with a count of ball and 2 strikes. So Batterson's 1-2 pitch, and bouncing ball, right side, fielded off the mound by Batterson. She'll flip it on over there to Schrader, and the out recorded there. But MFL MarMac, 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1. The 2-run shot by Lunt puts them up 4-2, going to the bottom of the 4th.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Bottom of the third inning, LSC, who popped out to first her last at-bat, takes the first pitch, puts it on the ground, right back to the pitcher, Bozick, who fires it over to Luce. One pitch, one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Katie Batterson is now up to bat. Batterson, a double, and scored in the previous inning. She was actually replaced by a pinch runner. First pitch, bouncing ball between short and third, grounds it into left field. That is the fourth hit for the Tigerhawks, and a one-out single by Batterson.
Yeah, good piece of hitting right between shortstop, third base. Nice hard-hit single.
And Batterson will be replaced once again by Klein as the courtesy runner. So that brings up Hannah Schrader, who has the ability to certainly tie this game in one swing of the bat. And the first pitch, Batterson offers to Schrader, pops it up, right side of the infield, loose near the dugout, makes the play near the North Fayette Valley fence. That is a big out, number 2, as that ball popped up in the infield, and Schrader retired in this game.
Yeah, Luce able to make that play, and that's a huge out. Yeah, whenever you get Schrader out.
Taylor Dean is up to bat, the left-handed slap hitter for North Fayette Valley. He lays that ball down, got a piece of it, but it'll roll foul up the first base side. It's not a natural swing as you are moving forward. It's more of I start to move forward, then I kind of hesitate a bit, slow myself down to put the ball into play.
Yeah, just kind of chopping down on it.
And the 0-1 pitch does the same thing, and that one fouled back. The count goes to 0-2. And it's not a bunt, by the way.
Right, so yeah, she can keep doing that here, and if she fouls it off, she will not be out.
So 0-2 is now the count. As, again, you see Pico way in at third base, but they're back on the left side of the infield, though the second baseman Ball is certainly playing in. And the 0-2 pitch, fouled back again, will do it at 0-2. This is common more in softball, where the second baseman Ball actually has bunt duties on the right side of the infield.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that in baseball.
No question about that. 0-2, still the count to Dean. And the 0-2 offering, outside, a ball in 2 strikes. It gets by the catcher, Egan, and going into second base, standing up there will be Klein, and into scoring position for North Fayette Valley now with 2 outs.
Yeah, Klein got a good read on that ball and scooted down to second base.
That's, again, is Lily Klein as the runner. So the count remains here, and now a ball and 2 strikes. And here is now Bozick's 1-2 pitch. That's outside. It's going to scoop by the catcher. That's a wild pitch. Got by Egan. And now Klein is moved over to third base, and the count evened up to Dean.
Yeah, and now she can't afford to do that again, or we could have an easy run scored.
Yeah, and I would say the way the aggressiveness in both these teams, if it is a pass ball or wild pitch, they're going to try to send the runner from third base. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch by Dean. Pops it there to shortstop. Grounds it. Bobbled by the shortstop lot. There is no play. She put the ball past the third baseman. It'll go as an error on the play. Scoring from third is Klein. It's now 4-3 as the Tigerhawks here take advantage of the Bulldogs defensively and end up getting a run here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, those 2 pass balls hurt, and then when you chop down on it like that, it can put a weird spin on the softball, and that runner's fast and has a head start from that left-handed batter's box, so it's a lot of pressure on the shortstop.
Skylar Urison is the catcher, and she now steps up to the plate. She had her shin guards on the on deck circle and had to take them off. Here's the first pitch, bouncing ball, knocked down by Pika. It goes to the shortstop line on the bounce, but there's no play. Everybody is safe. Runners on second and first. Yerson hit it hard. And again, Pika unable to come up with a clean.
Yeah, she did hit it hard, but again, that's it's a play you want to make.
Lainey Donnelly, the second baseman, is up to bat. She reached on an air, and here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop cannot get to it. It's going to go into center field. It's a base hit. They wave the runner Dean from third. The throw up the line, but it's caught by the catcher Egan, who tags her out going by for the third out of the inning. That's the second runner the Bulldogs have thrown out defensively. One at third earlier, now at the plate here, and that ends it for the Tigerhawks. 1 run on 2 hits, helped out by 2 errors. They only score 1. We've played 3, 4-3 Bulldogs.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams, enjoy the weather, and get your kids' summer checkup scheduled at Family Dentistry Associates in Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Bulldog Tigerhawk Softball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bacon Concrete and Post Fill. Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. So inning 4-3 our score. It'll be Haley Bozek, Kenzie Ball, and Casey Pika in the top of the 4th inning. 9-1-2 for MFL MarMac. As that inning ended, Jericho Willie in center field with a strike to to the catcher Egan, who had to move up the line about 10 feet, but that throw so early she was able to apply the tag without a throw, or without a slide, I should say, at the plate.
Yeah, it was up the line, so Dean never even had a chance to start the slide. A good throw by Willie.
Bozek follows the first pitch back, and the count is 0-1. So approaching the halfway point of this ball game, there's been base runners every inning of this game. Neither team yet to have that shutdown inning. And Bozek, a sacrifice bunt, her last at-bat, takes the 0-1 pitch for a strike, and the count is 0-2. So MFL MarMac leading 4-3 in the top of the 4th inning. They scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third. North Fayette Valley, 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Pitch upstairs. It's now a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, tried to get her to chase something there.
Getting Schrader out in that inning is a rarity, and that was a good job pitching there by Bozek, who's up to bat now. 1-2 pitch, swings right through the pitch, dropping on the outside. Strikeout number 6, recorded by Batterson. Out number 1 here in the 4th.
Yeah, this is just a really odd game when you see this many strikeouts with this many hard-hit balls in the same batters.
And the other thing is, MFL MarMac has committed 5 errors through the first 3 innings, and fortunate they haven't contributed to more runs.
Yeah.
And the only 3 runs given up so far. So Kenzie Ball doubled and scored, walked her last at-bat, takes that pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. So let's see now the third time through the lineup for MFL MarMac how Batterson works them. Pitch inside, and it goes to a ball and a strike. Busy night of softball and baseball in the Upper Iowa Conference. Softball plays all the conference games Monday and Wednesday. Baseball primarily Monday and Thursday, though they've had some weather kind of change some things a bit. 1-1 pitch, called strike, caught the top part of the strike zone. Ball and 2 strikes now the count.
Yeah, weather's been pretty nice generally this summer, but every once in a while you're going to have one of them rain out.
We just had those couple of days there. We had a game rained out. It was on that Monday, June 8th, I think, that it was just Hard to get in. 1-2 pitch, reaching out for it, but missing the pitch there is ball. It's dropped by the catcher, picked up there by Urison. She'll record the strikeout at first base to Schrader. Back-to-back Ks by Batterson, and 2 outs now here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a chance to strike out the side here with Pika coming up.
Casey Pika, 1 for 2, singled, and a strikeout victim. We were talking about the Cubs game that we'll be joining, which means that we will not be talking to the coaches on our post-game show. We always hate to miss that opportunity, but we've got a game to get to. Pitch is low to Pika. The count is 1-0. But hopefully we catch up with both those teams in the postseason. This is our final regular season game here on KEDR, AM 1400 and FM 96.7. And again, we'll move to the FM side for the postseason. So 0-1 is the count, and it's upstairs, and the count is actually 2-0. So Pika, the 2 spot in the lineup, a chance for Batterson to have a 1-2-3 inning. And she'll have to work back now on Pika. Pika, senior, MFL MarMac. Their seniors went out this year. That's always good to see.
Yeah, always helps.
2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch, fouled back. 2 balls and a strike. And really, if you think about it, they haven't had a lot of great success. And the fact that they stuck with it is impressive.
Yeah, it shows good character.
So 2 balls and a strike. Love the sport enough to finish it off. And 2 balls and a strike is the count. 2-1 offering to Pika. Fouls that one, hit the top of the backstop, and goes out of play. So evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, done a nice job of working back here.
So many times you see, for some reason, seniors don't go out. Want to enjoy my summer.
Yeah. I think sometimes they graduate and they just want to be done with everything.
Yeah, and you can enjoy lots of summers the rest of the way.
Agreed.
2-2 pitch, that's slicing down the right field line over the North Fayette Valley dugout. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. In case that you kind of started something, especially if your program ends up being good.
Yeah.
You know, you have success and a chance to finish off strong. May not get a lot of opportunities the rest of your life to play softball.
Yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes outside, full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes, unless you're playing slow pitch, I guess.
Right, and it's it's not competitive, not as competitive as, and you don't get to play with the kids you grew up with and things like that.
Especially if you started in youth league with them.
Yep.
You know, playing in the Little League for softball. 3-2 pitch, bouncing ball, right side of the infield. It's picked up by the second baseman. It's actually bobbled by the second baseman in Donnelly. Flips it to first. It is not in time. Pika safe on the air. It was a slow grounder. Donnelly kind of caught there. Do I charge it? Do I stay back on it? And unable to make the play. As safe at first base is Pika.
Yeah, just that tiniest of bobble. Let Pika beat that out.
And that will bring up here now Kendall Egan, the catcher. Egan has reached base twice, safe on a fielder's choice and scored, singled and scored. So she has scored 2 of the 4 MFL MarMac runs. If you're talking about Pika running again, that is almost a given, as Pika is 6 of 9 stolen base-wise this season. We'll talk more about that in just a second, as here is the first pitch, and taking it high, by the way, is Egan. The count is 1-0. MFL MarMac is 41 of 44 stolen base-wise. Pika, one of their fastest girls, is the one who's been thrown out 3 times.
That's surprising, but I suppose, they send her a lot too.
Yep, and again, the count is 1-0. Pitch outside, and good job by Urison getting out of the crouch there and able to reach over to the right to catch that ball. No sign yet from Pika going here. Especially with 2 outs, you figure she's more of a chance, right?
Yeah, but you do have the kind of the meat of your order up here, too.
And that is, again, the number 3 hitter in Kendall Egan. Pitch fouled up against the backstop, 2-0 pitch, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So Bulldogs trying to pick up a run here with a 4-3 lead in the top of inning number 4. And a runner at first base in Pika, who has shown no signs yet of going from first base. Batterson has worked her way back into the count, and swinging through the inside pitch is Egan. Nope, correction, it's strike number 2.
Yep, 2-2.
I thought we were going to be able to say she struck out the side.
Yeah, as long as she's still got a chance here.
So it is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, again, it's either been feast or famine for the Bulldogs at the plate. Batterson has recorded a lot of swing and misses, but been hit hard too. 2-2 pitch, popped up, right field, directly to Klein, who takes a couple of steps in. Left-handed glove of Brooklyn Klein, able to get underneath it. Softly hit into right field for the 3rd out of the inning. For MFL MarMac, no runs, no hits, helped out by an error, but they ended up not taking advantage of it. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 4-3 Bulldogs.
Looking for a fun summer activity? The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport encourages you to travel around the county, try delicious beef specials, and support local businesses and beef producers along the way. Visit places like the St. Olaf Tavern, Bill's Boat Landing, Stadium Bar and Grill, and more now through August 31st. Collect stamps for prize entries with either a paper or digital passport, and this year every stamp counts because there's no minimum required.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 4-3, MFL MarMac in the lead. Brooklyn Klein made that catch to win the top of the fourth inning, leads things off here in the bottom of the fourth, followed by Tegan Schrader and Carrington Johnson. 8, 9, and 1 in the North Fayette Valley lineup, facing Haley Bozick. Pitch inside, the count is 1-0. As MFL MarMac scoring 2 runs in the first and again 2 in the second, North Fayette Valley answered with 2 in the first and 1 in the third inning, their last at-bat. And here's a pop-up in the infield. First baseman Luce takes a couple of steps over. Second baseman Ball backs her up, but Luce says, I have this one. And Klein pops out to first base for out number 1.
Yeah, quick out here by the Bulldogs, trying to have that one of those 1-2-3 shutdown innings.
Yeah, neither team has had a 1-2-3 inning, although in the second, North Fayette Valley put 4 on. Had 4 to the plate. MFL MarMac had 4 to the plate in the top of the fourth inning. First pitch now to Tegan Schrader, who flew out to center field, fouls that first pitch back. The count is 0-1. So bottom of the fourth inning, past the halfway point of this matchup. And Haley Bozick has not walked anybody in this ball game, which has been huge. And here's a changeup, and getting a piece of it is Schrader, fouls it back, and the count goes to 0-2. And that has been part of the issue for MFL MarMac pitching-wise, as the base on balls sometimes go high.
And what a difference it makes when you don't give those free passes.
And it's, again, 0-2 is the count. 0-2 offering upstairs, and that over the head of Schrader. No chance to be tempted at it. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. So the baseball tournament starts July 3rd, softball tournament on July 6th. As here is now the 1-2 pitch. It's a high fly ball, left field. Coming in is Warrington, able to move in about 5 steps, gets underneath it. Schrader flies out to left field for out number 2. What's interesting about the softball tournament is, man, we move that along. What is it, like a week we're done?
Yeah, it goes quick.
And you play on Monday. Well, this is for, I should say, the Class 1A and 2A teams. It's different for the Class 3A, which would involve North Fayette Valley. Carrington Johnson up to bat, singled and scored in the first, bounced out to short, and the first pitch is inside. The count is 1-0. But I believe it goes Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the 1A, 2A schools, and then Monday, the regional final right after that.
Yep, it goes quick.
Yep, so they move it right along. And for the Class 3A schools, I believe they start on that Thursday night in between there. 1-0 pitch, swinging late through it there is Johnson, and it goes to a ball and a strike. Of course, baseball, some will open up on that Friday, July 3rd. Then that goes Tuesday, Saturday, then Tuesday, Saturday again. And the count is 1-1. Inside, the count goes to 2-1. And that's for the bigger schools that play that final Saturday that we're mentioning there. The schools that are in Class 1A and 2A go July 3rd, then they go on the Tuesday the 7th, then that Saturday night, and then that Tuesday night. Here's a high pop-up. Second baseman backpedaling there, and Ball makes the play as she travels into shallow right center field for the third out of the inning. First time in this ball game, NFE has been retired in order. We've played 4-3 is our score with the Bulldogs leading. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Bulldog Tiger Hawk Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. And by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction, Farmersburg. So we are now here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Brooklyn Lott is up to bat. Her home run, the difference in this game as they lead 4-3. Took the first pitch for a ball. Swings right through that one there, and the count is 1-1. Lott struck out in the first inning, hit that 2-run home run in the top of the third inning. We're now in the top of the fifth inning here. And a ball and a strike to the cleanup hitter for MFL MarMac. Jerica Willie is on deck, and Vanessa Luce will also bat this inning. 1-1 pitch, it's upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. So the pairings will likely come out next week because they like to wait as long as they can. If you're a top 8 team in the rankings, there's a good chance you're going to play all the way at home through a regional final. 1-1 pitch followed up against the backstop, and it's actually 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And the area team that is ranked is Edco, ranked 6th, though they went 1-3 at the West Delaware tournament over the weekend. And again, you're playing some different competition there.
Yeah, maybe some tougher teams, bigger schools most likely.
They split with Northland, another team that is ranked. As here is now the 2-2 pitch to Lott. It's downstairs. It is a full count. So they are going to try to finish as strong as they can in the regular season to make sure that they're ranked in the top 8. State has done a great job, not only the girls but the boys, in separating the teams. They want the best 8 teams to get down there. Here's a high pop-up. Giving chase is the third baseman near the MFL MarMac dugout in Seek, able to make the play towards the ends of the dugout. Nice job there by Seek to realize where she was. She had room. Lott pops out to third for out number 1.
Yeah, good field awareness there by Seek, knowing where the fence was and making that play.
Jericho Willie is now up to bat. Willie, a double and an RBI in the first, struck out in the third. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. As we approach the later stages of this game, pitch downstairs, the count is 1-0. Since the home run hit by Lott, the next time through the lineup, getting back to Lott, Batterson has only allowed 1 hit since that time.
Yeah.
Here's a bouncing ball. Third baseman Seek stays down on it. Good throw across the diamond. And Willie bounces out to third. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Batterson did not let that home run phase her one bit. In fact, like you said, she's kind of bared down since that.
Yeah, she has struck out 4 since that time and only allowed 1 hit. The other base runner was an error. And now the defense making some routine plays behind her. So that brings up Vanessa Luce, who is 0 for 2 and has struck out twice. Pitch downstairs. The count is 1-0. MFL MarMac has not been retired in order yet in this ball game. So they have a chance. North Fayette Valley has a chance to do that here.
Yeah, just get them back, basically.
Had a chance the last inning, but they had an error. Here's a high fly ball. This is to shallow center field. Dean able to get underneath it, and Luce flies out to center field for the third out of the inning. Bulldogs go down in order for the first time tonight. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-3 MFL MarMac.
The Vets and Vet Techs at Veterinary Associates of Clayton County offer a wide variety of services for all animals. We believe in treating every patient as if they were our own pet and give them the same loving attention and care they receive from you. Call our office at 563-245-1633 to make an appointment today. The Veterinary Associates of Clayton County are proud sponsors of Central Elkader Sports.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhag, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Top Gun Customs knows you can fill the deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
Bottom of the fifth inning, first pitch there to Ellie Seek. Bouncing ball, bobbled by the shortstop Lott. There is no chance to make the play. And Seek, who is 0 for 2, reaches base to lead things off, tying run on here in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, that's never a good omen when you start the inning with an error like that.
And that brings up now Katie Batterson. Batterson is 2 for 2, doubled and singled. Klein, the courtesy runner for her, has scored twice in this ballgame. Lily Klein, the courtesy runner. And the pitch to Batterson, it's upstairs. The count is 1-0. So the Bulldogs have led from the get-go in this ball game. And as they try to North Fayette Valley here, work their way back. They have been down all night long, but they have continued to just hang in there. Every time MFL MarMac has scored, they have foul. It'll be on the left side of the bag. And it goes to a count now of 1 ball and a strike.
Yeah, haven't lost contact, like you said, even though they've been down. They've been right there.
And we're talking about Seek stealing bases again for North Fayette Valley. Seek is 14 of 16 on the season. So you figure at some point, maybe moving her, pitch upstairs, but Seek not a big lead, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. The other thing is Batterson showing no signs at all of trying to move the runner over.
Yeah, she's hit it really hard both times tonight. One of their better hitters. I think they're going to let her swing away.
Absolutely. With Schrader on deck there.
Yep.
So Batterson with 2 balls and a strike, squaring to bunt, but pulls things back. 2-1 pitch, it's outstairs, and the count goes to 3-1. So we mentioned that Bozick hadn't walked any. And by the way, now here's a late delayed steal as throwing it to second base there is the first baseman Loose, but sliding in at second base is Seek. Delayed steal that time and a runner into scoring position. So 3 balls and a strike. I was writing down to get a chance to see the whole play.
Yeah, I didn't see the beginning of that either. They did throw it behind her at first there, and I think, like you said, she did delay steal. I don't know if that was in the plan, but worked out for him.
And the slide in head first at second base allowed her to be safe. Again, Batterson squares to bunt, pulls things back, and lifts a high fly ball. This is a line shot that's going to hit the fence at the bottom of the fence. It's extra bases. Game now tied as Batterson helps herself out with a double and an RBI. 4-4 now here in the bottom of the fifth.
And that's exactly why you let Batterson hit. She roped that one to the on the line
ball,
to the fence.
You thought maybe that ball was high enough to get over the fence. But not the case. So Hannah Schrader is up to bat. Schrader is 1 for 2. Klein, by the way, back in to run. As Hannah Schrader, a single, popped out to first base. 1 for 2. First pitch takes it. It's a changeup for a strike. And the count is 0-1. So Schrader has a chance to give North Fayette Valley the lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And Bozick's 0-1 pitch inside, change up again, scoots by the catcher there in Egan. It'll be a pass ball, and Klein advances to third base. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, Tiger Hawks looking to take the lead back here.
And Schrader, they are giving her a heavy dose of off speed right now. 2-0 pitch, and Schrader hits a bouncing ball off the glove of the diving Lott. It's a base hit for Schrader and an RBI, and North Fayette Valley has their first lead of the night at 5-4.
Yeah, that ball was hit hard.
Yep, and a great effort by Lott, who dove for it. You can see how dirty the uniform is there. Best part about it is doesn't even wipe it off.
Nope, and she got her glove on it. She was able to at least knock it down and keep it in the infield, but the ball just hit too hard.
So Taylor Dean is up to bat as Coach Shirley takes time to have a conversation with Dean. Dean has reached base twice. She's put the ball in play. She's reached on 2 errors in this game. Remember, this inning started for North Fayette Valley with an error, and now they have had 3 in a row reach.
I would bet Taylor Dean reaches on errors a lot just from that slap hitting, put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yep, that's certainly what she has done well as the season has continued. And change up there that scoots by the catcher in Egan. That will allow Schrader to go to second base and into scoring position now. For North Fayette Valley, they look to add on to a 5-4 lead. And again, it is Dean, the 5-hitter, in the lineup. And the pitch looks to bunt this time. Lays it up the first base line, fielded by Luce. The throw to first, and it is not in time. It'll go as a single for Dean. Schrader advances to third on the throw. Dean laid down a beauty bunt up the first base line, and runners on the corners with no outs now for MFL or for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, Taylor Dean, a little bit different hitter than her sister was, but nonetheless very effective hitter up at the plate.
And Coach Rose will take time out here and bring the entire infield in with runners on the corners, and again, nobody out. Urison is up to bat. She is 0 for 2. Flew out to right field, safe on an error. MFL MarMac talking over third and first situations, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would think Dean is almost for sure going to go here.
So the Tiger Hawks, 2 on the board so far in the bottom of the 5th, leading 5-4 now here. Again, this is a big game for both these teams standing-wise in the big school division, with MFL MarMac 8-8, though the Bulldogs just 1-10 outside the conference.
Yeah, so definitely played their best softball within the conference.
Yep, and North Fayette Valley 6-8 in the conference. So again, up to bat with runners on the corners is Urison. Squares the bunt, taking all the way, and off and running, by the way, is going to be Dean. They throw it to the shortstop, charging in Lunt. There is no chance to make the play. That's the play they were looking to run, but Schrader stayed there at third base. 2 in scoring position with nobody out for North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, Tiger Hawks looking for a big inning here.
Urison took that pitch, and that pitch was, I believe
it
was
a ball. I thought,
yes.
But
1-0 pitch, and here's a bouncing ball, shortstop Lunt. They throw to the plate. Schrader tries to score, and she's throwing out there at the plate for what is out number 1. So the bases, again, loaded in that situation, and now it is once again Donnelly up to bat.
So they must have put
Urison on.
Yes, they put Urison on, and that's why that was a force at home.
And that was part of that whole conversation. So it goes as a walk. So the base is still loaded as Schrader was a force out at the play. Yeah, that's one bad thing we've mentioned about being out here in center field. But the base is loaded still, and now you have Dean at third base rather. Yep. Donnelly is at second. And here's a ball that is hit into left field. That's a base hit. They'll hold the runner at third base there. It's a base hit and an RBI, I believe, for Klein there.
I believe that's Brooklyn Klein.
Yep.
Yes.
So that allows Dean to score from third. Urison held there at third base rather. Donnelly is at second base, and Brooklyn Klein with the base hit and an RBI. It is now 7-4 here now. Actually 6-4. North Fayette Valley in the lead, and the first. That's a base hit. That goes into left field. It's station to station right now for North Fayette Valley. Base hit and an RBI recorded there by Schrader. 4 runs on the board. Now 7-4. North Fayette Valley in the lead.
Yeah, it kind of took the words out of my mouth. Just playing station to station, one base at a time here.
And that brings up the top of the lineup in Carrington Johnson, who fouls it up against the backstop. The count is 0-1. Johnson is the 9th batter up here for North Fayette Valley. In the bottom of the 5th inning, rather, the first 8 have reached. There's still nobody out.
1 out. They had that force at home.
You're correct.
Yeah,
that was a force out.
Yep.
I don't have that on my score sheet yet. That's why.
Yeah.
So 1 batter retired. Here's a pop-up. Infield fly rule maybe in effect. Nope, it's going to head towards foul territory. Pika, it's out of her reach and cannot make the play as she had to go to the edge of the infield. A bit of a decline there. And it ends up being a strike. New life for Johnson. 0-2, though, the count.
Yep.
So, yeah, Schrader was retired at home. So, back-to-back RBIs from the 8 and 9 hitters in Klein and Schrader. 0-2 pitch, and that ball's bouncing ball hit to Lunt. She'll go to the plate, force out, retired there. They throw it to third, but in there standing up is going to be, again, Donnelly. So they've recorded a couple of outs that have allowed them to stop a couple of runs from scoring, as it is Donnelly retired at the plate on a 6-2 putout for out number 2.
Yeah, they've done a nice job cutting down those runs. Making this a little bit better for themselves.
So that, again, now brings up Ella Seek with the bases loaded, and Seek lines it into right field, and that ball is going to go over the head of the right fielder, Paulus. It's going to be extra bases. This may clear them. Into second base is Seek. They hold the runner late at third as the throw comes in, misses the cutoff in the infield, but rolls to the plate. It's a double for Ella Seek and 2 RBIs. And Seek continues the inning for North Fayette Valley as they now lead here 8-4. Here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Seek going with the pitch. Hard line drive to right.
It's actually 9-4 as 6 have scored in this inning. So Batterson is up to bat. Batterson is 3 for 3. She has 2 doubles and an RBI. Lily Klein, the courtesy runner, has scored 3 times, and she has a chance to help herself out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So it's 9-4. North Fayette Valley suddenly 3 outs away from ending this, or 3 runs away from ending this game.
Yeah, and Batterson's capable of doing that.
And Batterson lifts a high fly ball to deep left field. It is gone. Game over. A 3-run home run by Katie Batterson, who finishes off a 4-for-4 night. The Tiger Hawks score 9 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, and they win by a final score of 12-4.
Wow, what a turn of events there. The Bulldogs leading by a run coming into that inning and end up getting 10 runs.
And North Fayette Valley and both these teams now realize the game is over. So it's 12-4, an impressive win for North Fayette Valley. Let's go through the game totals as we keep it right here on our postgame show. We'll do the best we can. In this ball game, Carrington Johnson was 1 for 4 in this ball game with a base hit and an RBI. Ella Seek was 1 for 4, reached on an air and scored, also doubled in 2 runs. Katie Batterson 4 for 4. She scored 1 run. Lily Klein scored the other 3. Batterson had 2 doubles and a 3-run home run to end the ball game. Hannah Schrader in this ball game 2 for 3 with a base hit and an RBI. Taylor Dean was 1 for 3 but reached base 3 times, singled and scored. Skylar Urison 0 for 2, reached on an air, walked and scored. Lainey Donnelly was 1 for 2 in this ball game. Correction there, 2 for 3 in this ball game. Oh, she was 1 for 3 with the fielder's choice but reached base 3 times. Brooklyn Klein 1 for 2 with a base hit and an RBI. Tegan Schrader in this ball game ended up going 1 for 3 with a base hit and an RBI. 9 runs scored in the bottom of the 5th inning for North Fayette Valley. 9 runs. They do it on a total of 6 hits and leave nobody. So for North Fayette Valley, 12 runs, 11 hits. They committed 1 error in this ball game. Meanwhile, Katie Batterson gets the win. 5 innings, allowed a total of 7 hits and 4 runs. Did not walk anybody and struck out 7 on the mound. So for North Fayette Valley, once again, 12 runs, 11 hits, 1 error in this ball game. The totals now for MFL MarMac. It is Kenzie Ball going 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI, walked, and also a strikeout victim. Casey Pico 1 for 3, reached base twice, had a base hit. Kendall Egan was 1 for 2, reached base twice, scored 2 runs, also flew out to right field. Brooklyn Lett 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning, driving in the pair. Jericho Willie 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Vanessa Luce 0 for 3. Kitley Warrington was 1 for 2. Grace Paulus 1 for 2. Haley Bozick was 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. For MFL MarMac, 4 runs, 7 hits. They committed a total of 6 errors in this ball game. Haley Bozick gets the loss. Bozick goes what ends up being 4 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 12 runs. Bozick actually walked 1. That was the intentional walk, and did not strike out anybody in this ball game. And North Fayette Valley rallies in the bottom of the 5th for 9 runs there to close the deal.
Yeah, what a 5th inning there. North Fayette Valley finally gets MFL MarMac to go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th, and then their bats just come alive in the bottom of the 5th.
So we're going to hit the Cubs game in pretty good shape. They started at 6:05. That'll wrap things up here from West Union as North Fayette Valley wins by a final score of 12-4. And for a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlight scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click on the Sports tab. staff. For Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Caitlin Mussman for running our studio show. Again, North Fayette Valley wins by a final score of 12-4. We'll see you for baseball and softball action on KCTN FM 100. Cubs baseball coming up next.
Choose skilled care to recover from your surgery or illness. Grace Bullman of Eitzen did, and she states, when I came into the hospital following surgery in La Crosse, the first thing I noticed was it seems like family. The whole unit was welcoming, kind, caring, and glad I was there. I felt peaceful, and with their help I knew that I would get back home again, which I did just 2 weeks later. The entire staff was encouraging and always gave the extra mile. Wherever you are, remember to ask for skilled care.
Exceptional caring